Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty.
Hey folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday even. I think technically, and we can debate this. I think technically Hubert the Mad got first with his tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for that, dude. Or Captain Reed got first because he actually commented and put a post saying evening Jane chat. So we can give them both first place today, I think. JQ UK says first, but is technically third no matter which way you cut it. But good evening, JQ. And he also subscribed for 41 months. Dude, 41 months. Thank you so much. Fui, Robot Mikey and Frankie. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. Keyboard Dad as well. Sorry, I've lost my footstool. Keyboard Dad as well. Hey man, good to see you. I usually see you on Instagram only. But yeah, thank you so much for being here as well. Geeky Ed's here too. Good evening, sir. Godzilla Waddle, Dread Pirate Reg as well.
Tasty, tasty.
Thank you so much for being here. Geeky Ed, thank you so much for 32 months of subs as well. 32 months. Crazy. Gemma's here too, so is Mr. Blackbrook, Average Joe, Piney TF, Joshio, thank you so much for 40 months of subs as well, dude. Thoroughly appreciate that. Gemma's here, so is Jellymaster, so is Baroium, says what's good, folks. There's lots of good stuff to talk about today. Kargari's here as well with 35 months of subs. Pestilence for 11 months. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Ojem here with all the SPC rockets. Thank you. Funky and Nufi as well. Mikey says he's here. I'm always here. I'm always here every Sunday. Storesness, thank you so much for being here as well, dude. Piney TF, thank you for 9 months subs and congratulations on having a PT baby. Congratulations. I Heart Descartes. What a great name. Descartes. I Heart Descartes. Sorry, I don't know why I said Descartes. I knew exactly what it was when I read it out. I Heart Descartes. What a great username. No Salad, No Sauce. Good evening, good sir. And Beepathone, thank you so much for your PT birthday of subs, 12 months. Welcome all. Lots to talk about here today on stream.
Tasty,
I haven't
tasty.
turned on those. There, you should now have the closed captions on. So for everyone that just missed the intros, I was saying hi to everyone, basically. Ball Boy as well. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just making sure I've turned everything on now. That's on. That's on. That's on. Let's just test. Let's just test this.
Tasty, tasty.
Have I turned these on? Yay! There we go. Cool. Right, okay. Everything's working. Everything's good. Sticky, thank you so much for 33 months of subs, dude. 32-month streak. Thoroughly appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you, sir. Bagri as well. Bagri, hey, thank you so much for being here. Right, okay. Got a lot of stuff to talk through today. So, where do we start? Where do we start? I don't know where to start. Like, there's a ton of stuff going on. Let's start with not talking about the Formula One because I have not seen the race yet. If you want to talk about that, you're going to have to not talk to me about it because I haven't seen the race yet. So please, no spoilers. I was recording a podcast this afternoon, which I'll talk about in a little bit. It was really cool, really good time. And I just didn't want to have be rushing after the Formula One to get here to record the podcast. So yeah, no Formula One chat, please, because I'm going to watch the race when I get home tonight. It's like 8 o'clock now. I'll be home about midnight. And then I'm going to watch it then. So yeah. Right. What else do I need to talk about? Yeah, discounts. So we have a discount today. Like the past couple of weeks, people have been terrible at telling me what they want a discount on. So this week I picked for you, and I hope it's stuff you like, because we've got a few things on discount, and I'll show you these on stream in a little bit when we get to it. But you can get 25% off Nissan 810Es, Paper 80s, Zoom 98s, Compact Ergos, MT New Dolce, and Jim's K Extended 2048. Until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you're interested in any of those, please feel free to go pick them up. Yeah, there we go. Anarchy, good evening, good sir. And True Blaze, thank you so much for 29 months of subs. Dig Deep Mech, hey man, thanks for being here. And True Blaze as well. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Thank you. Yeah, so we're doing like 25% off those items. If you order them today, they'll ship out tomorrow. Nice and easy. I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, we'll look at the website because there's some other stuff to talk about. Like I've got to do the whole shill thing, right? So we'll talk about that in a bit. What else do I need to tell you guys about? So, the shipment. The shipment arrived just over a week ago, so not last Friday just gone, the Friday before. The shipment that arrived then is probably 85% shipped. We've got Protagonist and Batch 2 of QK Neo products to do. Those we're going to start on tomorrow. So we'll get here at the workshop in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll pack and ship all of the in-stock orders that have come in over the weekend, and whatever comes in the morning as well. Then we'll crack on with Batch 2 of the QK Neo stuff. As soon as we've got through that, which probably will be Tuesday afternoon, I think, we'll then start on Protagonist, and we'll try and get everything done. So by the end of this week, everything will be done. That does mean another stock drop on Monday. It means on Monday we're going to be dropping into stock the S46 by Not From Sam, and also the little trays that he did as well. So the trays from Sam as well. So they're going to drop in stock on Monday. I think there might be a Switch restocking on Monday as well, but I need to check if it's what I think is in the box, so I'll have a look at that. And then we'll have any Neo extras and Protagonist extras, which I don't think there's many of, towards the back end of the week. So yeah, so that's where we're up to with the shipment. The next shipment is already on its way. It should be here towards the back end of June, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. No Face 3D, thank you so much for being here. And Dig Deep Mac, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub as well. I thoroughly appreciate that. I wonder what you can spell with the first letter of every sentence in the discount message. Thought I'd switch it up while skies are blue. Dude, well, thank you very much for writing it. So the discount message, if you type !discount, Robot Mikey did write that for me. He used to do it before every stream, and he just sent me it before the stream today, which was very kind of him, because I posted the discounts on Discord. So yeah. So celebrate the warm weather and want to keep the good times rolling. Luckily you can with a spicy 25% discount using the code streamer discount at checkout for the Compact Ergo Nissan blah 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 blah. If you thought this deal couldn't get any tastier, it can, considering it buys some new keycaps. Keycaps make a board, so the same applies to Extended 2048 and MT New Dolce. Offer lasts until 9 AM Monday. I'll let Robert Mikey spell out whatever that spells out. Like I can't do that in my head. I have to type it out. But yeah, if it's wait, should we try to do it? Okay, so it's a C. So every first letter of every sentence. C, L. Luckily you can. Compact Ergo. I. Oh, clicky. Is this where it's gonna go? Click. Oh, it spells out click. Yeah. Okay. I think it did spell out clicky before I had to cut the size of the message for the word count. But yeah, there you go. It does spell clicky. Well done. I like that, Robert Mikey. That's very good. Bazooka, you are not late. You are always early. You are never late. And Rufus McFloofus, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for being here. So yeah, so that's what's going on this week at PT. Basically finishing off the shipment.
Tasty.
Thank you, Just BMT. Thank you. I appreciate your 10 months of subs, dude. Got him? Yeah, he did get me with the clicky. He did. And Zosco, hey man, thanks for being here. Yeah, so shipping out the shipment next week. Finish that off. Next shipment's on its way. Should arrive at the end of the month. There is an interim shipment in the middle, which is the F1ATXs. I think they're due to hit port in about a week, so we'll probably get them around the middle of the month. I think that we'll probably get them here around the 15th of the month. We'll see. So as soon as we know that, we'll update on the Notion. You can actually go on the Notion and track the boat as well. In fact, let me flick over and show you that. So if I share my screen, boom. Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to see that because that's something I'm looking at. Right, okay, so if you go to the website and if you click on information and then group by updates and then on keyboard updates, all of the updates for keyboards are here, surprisingly enough. Protagonist is technically in quality control. I can't move that across on here, but it is technically in quality control. F1 ATEXs, the link to the ship is here, so you can click on this, you can follow the ship.
Tasty.
Yeah, it should. I've not used that particular site myself. I use a different one, but you can follow that yourself. And it's currently expected into port on the 8th of June, and then we'll get it around the 15th. Yeah, so about a week now until the ship arrives in port. A week tomorrow, so 2 weeks, and we should have them. But I'm really excited for the F1 ATEXs, and I'm hoping that we can sell the extras quite swiftly, and then get another Geon product up, maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, so things are looking good on that front. In terms of PT itself, things to call out, we do have the discounts that you can see today in the pinned messages. 25% off a few things. Zoom 98s in particular seem to be going well, so take a look at those. We've dropped a ton of other stuff in stock that you guys might be interested in. So if you want a full size, we have a full size in stock. QK101 is in stock. Not many options, but we do have it in stock and it's ready to go. If you want the bargain of the century, you can get 3 keyboards and a numpad for 350 quid right now. That's including VAT. So you get a 65, a 75, an 80, and a numpad, all included for one price. And we have it in a few different combinations. A couple are sold out, but we've got it in a few different combinations. And like I didn't believe this when we actually bought them, that we would get them. But you get a V65, which is a nice 65%. You get a V75, which is a 75%, which is nice. You get a TKL, which is the V80, which again is nice. And you get a numpad, which has a knob on it, for 350 quid. It's an absolute bargain. It's an absolute bargain. Now, I will say that I wasn't massively impressed by the quality. These aren't like Cloudline quality keyboards, but you're getting 3 keyboards and a half for 350 quid. It's pretty good going. It's pretty good going. Other things to call out as well is we dropped in the substance estimates. I bought one of these as soon as we put them in stock because I really like them. The old, look at this colorway. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Hold on. Look at it. How fantastic is this? It's just so cool. Like, it's really cool. Have I got this? I have got it the right way around. I was checking I've not got the orientation flipped then. But yeah, it's really cool. If you're interested in those, pick one of those up if you want. We also have classic MV Classic in PBS, Penguin Belly Slide. This is back to group buy price. We've dropped this down from 69, nice, to 60. Just a little discount on that as well. So if you're interested in MV Classic, you can pick it up. A couple of people asked us to drop the price. We dropped the price. It's on sale. Nice and easy. And yeah, the other thing that you guys may or may not be interested in this, but one of the things I had a little bit of fun making is Jay's favorites. This is like a collection on the store. Anytime I buy something, it now adds it to this list. So you guys can see what I've bought off my own store, which is really bad because you'll see, well, not how much I spend, but you'll see how much I order myself, which is quite funny. So you can have a look on this and you can follow. Oh God, I don't know why I picked that picture, but hey. So you can actually see all of the stuff that I bought for myself, which is terrible, and fantastic. So yeah. Which desk mat do you want a discount on, Mango Rocky? Let me know. Let me know which desk mat you want a discount on. Dynamics, hey man, thank you so much for being here. Let's catch up with chat for a minute before I talk about other stuff on the store. Just BMT, thank you so much for your 10-month streak. Any news about the Cloudline? No, I need to chase up Justin to see where some things are. We did get the PCBs in here at the workshop just on Friday. They arrived on Friday. Ooh, sunlight. We did get the PCBs in on Friday and we haven't even QC'd them yet. I'm not sure if the boards are in the next shipment that's due to arrive at the back end of this month or if they're still at the warehouse in China. If they're still at the warehouse in China, there's some other things that we have to airship over, so the Cloudlines will probably get airshipped. If they're already at sea, we'll just have to wait for them. But I'll check on Monday and you'll be able to follow that on the updates pages once we've checked. For a minute or two, I was thinking something looks different with Jay, and then I realised no cap, such lush hair. I'm not sure my hair's lush, but it's there. It's like a thing. Hold on. get it in the sunlight for you. There you go. You can see the actual color of it there. A bit maybe. Trying to dash the sunlight. Yeah, I was doing a podcast earlier on today. I'll talk about it in a few minutes, and like I just didn't have a hat on because I was doing that. But normally when I'm at the workshop, I do wear a hat just because it gets greasy and messy here. Bloody yes. Hey man, good to see you. Ballboy12. You decided you need that this one? Yeah, it's lush, right? It's really cool. I saw Gian share a peek of the F-165. I hope that we can vendor that. I'm going to ask Gian this week and see if we can do something on it. Icy Prisoner, thank you so much for 4 months of subs as well, dude. I appreciate it. Keyboard combo is pretty wild. Wait, oh, dude, the Hyaxa one? Yeah, it is. Can I get a discount on GMK additional kits for Hamon? Sure. Do you know what? Sorry, we'll add it to the 25% discount that's live right now. Hold on. Let me do that. Let me do that live. Discounts. Hold on. Let me go back here and Hamon. Let's search for Hamon. In-stock Hamon key set. Macro expansion. Okay, we've only got 2 of them left, but let me add them to the 25% discount for you. Hamon. In-stock. Done. Save. Copy the discount code. Add to cart. View cart. Why did I have those in my basket? I don't know. Check out. Let's see if this works. I just want to make sure the code works. Boom. There you go. Code works. 25% off. There you go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So you can get 25% off that if you want. Jay's list of shame. Yeah. Can I have a discount on that desk mat you're using, please? No, these are I can't do a discount on these. They're literally brand new. They've only just gone in stock last week. Can't do a discount on those, I'm afraid. The banner pick is great with the boats. The boats? Oh, yeah. That one? Yeah, that was with a trip. That Mr. Blackbrook in chat took that photograph. We went to Barcelona a couple of weeks ago, like 8 weeks ago, and he took that picture of the marina. It was really nice. Great day. Are you your biggest customer? No, I am nowhere near our biggest customer. No face. I don't even come into the top 1,000, and I spend a lot. Would love to see you on the Good Keyboard Friends podcast. Dude, literally what I was just recording earlier on today. Literally that. Trust me, I had to twist his arm to stand there too. That's not true. Mango Rocket, I can't say who our biggest customer is. There's GDPR rules that absolutely prevent me from saying that. Like, I cannot tell you who our biggest customer is. If they probably know who they are, because they have spent more at PT than I used to earn at my old day job, and that was a really good pay. Like think of a number that would be good pay, double it. That's the kind of number where they're at. What's the top annual spend that you've ever seen at PT? 6 figures. 6 figures a year. The same person. 6 figures a year. Every year. Since we started. That puts into context how quiet some people are about their collections. If the guy's watching, he'll know. I know him very well. Yeah, it's a real thing. Like, there are some really quiet whales in this hobby. There are people in this hobby that are amazing people, and because they have so many other things going on in life, this hobby is one of that they use to keep themselves quiet. Like, they're not active in particular places. They may lurk in places. They may follow information. They're not active, and they are some of the nerdiest and geekiest keyboard nerds you would ever know about. But they're like a clique unto themselves in some ways. Yeah, it's really interesting. But there's people like that in every hobby, right? Like I'm probably that guy in cars. Like, no one in the UK knows me as the guy that has like a number of Datsuns that are there's like 3 remaining in the country. Like, I have 2 cars that there's both 3 of remaining. So I have the Datsun Laurel. There's only 3 of those remaining that were original UK cars. I have 1 of those. And I have 2 Nissan P130s. There's only 3 of those in the UK, and I have 2 of them. I'm probably not known in circles because I don't talk about cars anywhere other than here, and you know, the car scene is very different. I don't go to shows. I don't do anything like that. I just do it for me. And there's people like that in the keyboard space too. That's crazy considering how many discounts you do. What, did they spend that? Yeah, like, it's fine. Like, they're comfortable with it. That guy has a daily sub to PT stock. Any item that comes in when it's put aside for Mr. and Mrs. Big. Not that particular customer. We do have a couple of customers who have like a rolling thing where they'll just email us and say, put that aside for me. I saw that this is arriving soon. I'm gonna buy this version. Please put it to one side with me. They spend enough that we will absolutely do that for them. So yeah. Jay's number 1 customer is the Sultan of Brunei. No, but a Sultan or some high-powered prince out in the UAE did reach out to me to try and buy my Laurel a couple of years back. They did, yeah. Coffee is also a thing for me. Yeah. The discount code isn't working for me for Hamon. If it's still in stock, which it should be, unless someone else has bought them up, it should still be in stock. You might need to do a hard refresh of the site, but it's definitely listed. It's 100% there. It's 100% there. Tangos, I'm still hoping that one day I'll see you on the late break show Garage Tour and do a DiCaprio pointing at the screen. No. Do you know what? I'd love to do that. I'd love to go around Jay Leno's garage. I'd love to do that. I had an email from a Nigerian prince last week. Nice. Like, this was an actual phone call with a video chat and everything. Like, the guy is legit. He emailed me, he messaged me. I didn't believe him at first. He spoke to someone else in the Datsun community in the UK who did know me, who then messaged me and said, no, this guy's legit. They actually have these old cars. He had a 240k GT. He had a couple of other old Laurels, but not a 4-door one. He had the 2-door version. He had a Ken Miri Skyline and a ton of other cars as well. But completely legit. Completely legit. Do these high spenders get special access to raffle runs? No. Absolutely not. Like, do you help them pull strings for TO raffles? No. Anything that's raffled is completely legitimate. I'm just going to go and close my blind, guys. Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. I can actually see now without being blinded. Yeah, no, every single raffle that I've ever been a part of in the community has always been absolutely legitimate. Like, I've never seen anyone try and like game the system so that such and such a person wins or anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. So yeah. This is my first stream chat with you, but you've been a trusted vendor for years, making sure I say thank you, Jay. Dig Deep, Mac, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We try our hardest. We try our hardest. Has GMK still installed? I haven't heard anything for a while. I don't know where it's up to, if I'm honest. It's not working for me. I tried a different browser. Private Windows doesn't show up for me. Are you sure you're using the right discount code? Here's the code. Let's load it back up. Right. Here is in my basket. Oh, it's already showing because I've got it applied. Let's remove it and try again. Cart's empty. Come on. 2 units left, so no one's bought it. Add to cart. Yeah, it's already applying the discount automatically. It should definitely be working. Let's try a whole new browser. Yeah, it's definitely working, dude. Like it's working. It's pink. It's got the sale price on it. I think this may be a local browser problem. You might just need to do a hard refresh of the site, but it's absolutely working. Let me just try in another browser. It's working now? Okay, cool. Yeah. It's not a. Oh, we've never used the same code twice, Jelly, so it shouldn't be a code that's been used before, so it should work just fine. Nice. Any news about R0 and R5 kits from GMK? Don't think so. If you need me to chase up on something like that, ask me during the week, and I'll see if I can help. Been super busy and wondering what the TGR raffle is. Okay, so I can show you. If you bought Lamb Alert, which was like a red alert set, there was like a Lamb Alert, which was kind of like beige and red, and then there was the red alert set. If you bought this in group buy or in stock before the 25th of January this year, it would qualify you for a raffle for a TGR Jane V2.5, I think, if I remember rightly, which means that if you'd already got this, you could then go and join the form. You have to buy the keyboard. The raffle is to buy the keyboard. There's only 100 of them being made or something like that. Even I don't get one guaranteed. Like, I still have to enter the raffle. So yeah, so you can do that, and then you can enter the raffle. That's on Mama Day. Let me see if I've got the link for that. So Mama Day is TGR's web store. I think I put it in announcements. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so this is the board. You can, if you bought the key set, you can fill out this form, and you have to upload a screenshot of where you bought it from. Yeah. And then they'll send the details to me and say, is this person legit? Did they actually buy it? And I'll say yes or no. And then they'll pick from the list of yeses after they've gone through all the vendors. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like we've talked a few times about R0 and R5 stuff with GMK. Like, I think I talked about it on stream a couple of weeks ago. Like, I'd love to do an R0 and R5 kit for a couple of different colorways. And I know that some other people have approached me about it as well. So there's nothing that I can share just yet, I don't think. I do know who to have the conversation with, so I'll have the conversation in a day or two. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Okay. What else do I need to tell you about? I think that's it. I think that's it for PT News. The rest of the stuff that we've got coming on the next shipment that's going to be intense. There's a lot of work to do there. Oh, I do have a really cool thing happening this week. This is another bizarre one. I got a phone call on Friday from our internet service provider here at PT. So we used to use a company called Giganet. They've been taken over by Daisy. And Daisy rang me up and like, oh, hey, we've seen your Instagram and we've seen your brand and we know that you're one of our customers now. Can we come out and see you? So they're sending an account rep and a social media rep from Daisy to the PT workshop this coming Friday. I don't really know what they want to talk about. Like, that was as far as we got in the conversation. But yeah, they want to come and see PT, which is bizarre because we spend like, I don't know, like 150 quid a month on the internet bill with them, and that's it. We don't have any other services. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Would love to hear you try pronouncing Mama Day the Malaysian way. I probably couldn't. And I feel bad saying it the wrong way as it is. I feel bad saying it the wrong way as it is, yeah. In the average announcement channel? Yeah. I see a lot of talk about the TGR. What is the hype about it? So TGR stands for the Great Rectangle. They are probably one of the better known Korean custom makers. So Yutsuki Sam, who runs a company, he's really nice. He developed a few TGR boards over the years. They've done, the most popular one is the Jane. Like, everyone's heard of the TGR Jane. They've done a numpad which I've coveted for a long time called the Triss. I think I'm finally getting one soon. And they've done like the 910 and a few other boards as well. And they were probably one of the first big brands when the hobby really started to kick off. So some of the if you don't know, the kind of custom keyboard hobby really started in Korea around 2008, 2010, something like that, with people making things like the DK Saver, and then OTD on the Desk was a brand that started. They made a load of really cool boards that are massively coveted right now. TGR is probably the modern equivalent of them, and they've been going about 10 years. But they're really cool. They're really cool. Custom keeps for all their call centers. Dude, I would love to try and do that for them if they're interested in that. We do have a few companies that we work with that have had, like, we'll help them source desk mats with their branding on and stuff. We've even done one with years ago with TKC, where a company had all of their keycaps branded. So they had a certain budget, so we made them with Infinikey. But we helped like facilitate that. It was a UK company, and we kind of like handled all of that for them, which is quite good. Daisy Office is about to have a sea of QK 101s. Maybe they want to make videos about the business they power for socials, and you can get free internet out of it or something. I wouldn't say no to that. Like, that's fine. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. It'll be an interesting conversation, and if nothing else, we'll have a nice chat, and that'll be nice. So yeah, we'll see. Right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about is podcasts. This afternoon, I've recorded a podcast with Hubert the Mad, Jones, Black Simon, Tangus. Was someone else on there? I can't remember. With the Good Keyboard podcast, the Good Keyboard Friends podcast. So that's going to be coming out soon. I'm not quite sure when, maybe a couple of days, but I'll drop some links to it. And we basically spent 2 hours talking about random stuff, everything from cars to coffee to keyboards to how we do things. It was just a really, really good laugh. Like I had a really, really good time just talking a lot of crap, I'll be honest. Like, I think I probably embarrassed myself when I listened back to it, but I'm hoping you guys will enjoy the podcast when it comes out. If you haven't listened to the Good Keyboard Friends podcast, there's some really good episodes on there. Oh, thanks, Jelly. Jelly's dropped the link. So you can listen to this on YouTube. You can listen to it on, let's open the link. You can listen to it on Spotify, which is where I tend to listen to it. And they've had a few people on here that are really cool. So I know of Jack from Piketty, but I've never talked to him, never heard him speak or anything. And they had a really good episode with that. They had the best part of waking up is Jones in your cup. So James is also into coffee as well, which is quite good. Oh, the episode with Pontus was really good. So I listened to this a couple of days ago, probably Tuesday last week or something. They had a lot of talk with Pontus about how he has become like a renderer for a lot of people. Really, really interesting. The KNC keys, because if you don't know Khalil from KNC keys, he did the red jacket switches and a few others. So it was just interesting to hear about his journey and the things that he's done. And then there was an episode with Bachu as well about designing some of the core keyboards, one of which is the Nume, which I have in the back cupboard as well. So yeah, if you haven't listened to this, it's not really about keyboards. It's more about people who are into keyboards and what they actually do and what they're actually like. So feel free to have a listen, but it is really good fun. The guys are very welcoming, very chatty. Bless me. Very chatty, and they're very good at getting you to say things you probably shouldn't. That's how I'll go for it. But no, it was great fun. It was a good afternoon, and I really, really enjoyed it. So do go check out that podcast. I don't think that the podcasts are getting enough views or listens. So, like, oh wait, what was that? Turn off. Go away. Yeah, so go listen to it and go check it out because it's really good. If you're into, if you want to know the people behind keyboards a little bit better, it's really, really good for that. It's not just about, oh, what keyboards have you got coming and how did you design this? It's absolutely not about that. It's more about there's a little bit of that, but it's more about how you interact with people and, you know, why you do what you do, what makes you you, and it's just really, really good. And more than anything, it was just a good conversation. Like, it was fun. Like, I had a great time just having the conversation. So yeah, always looking for more pods. Thanks. Yeah, like there's only 5 episodes. There's one every week. Hopefully it'll do really, really well. I think everyone who did it is great. So yeah, really good fun. Wouldn't be the first time Black Simon has leaked stuff from Jay. Yeah. He has leaked stuff from me before. Like, I remember sending him something. I can't remember what it was. I remember sending him something. He'd asked about a situation that was happening, and Like, I was like, oh yeah, here's details. This is what's happening. It wasn't like anything drama wise. It was just some conversational thing. I didn't realize he was live streaming at the time. I thought he was just interested in the topic, and I sent him some stuff over. And one of the things I sent him over was like something that maybe it shouldn't have been shared necessarily with the public, but like it was probably okay. I just hadn't checked, and I didn't realize he was streaming live at the time. So I sent all this stuff over. He opened up this document, whatever it was. And then after that, I put, yeah, just please don't share it with anyone just yet. I think that it's going to be announced in a day or two. And he already had it shared. So, yeah. Captus stuff? Yeah, it may well have been the Captus stuff, actually. Yeah, it might well have been. Can you do a discount on the concrete and cloud decimat? So, Mega Rookie, I am more than happy to look at doing discounts for people for things. But there are a couple of things that I can't do. One is if you go to the website, if it's anything under the Protozoa banner, I cannot do a discount on it. So I think the Clouds Decimat falls under that unless there's something else. If it starts with Protozoa in the title, I can't do a discount on it. Oh, this one, if this is the one you mean, I can absolutely do a discount on that. That's not Protozoa, it's not the one I thought it was. If this is the one you mean, I can absolutely do a discount on that. The concrete one, no, because they've literally only just dropped in stock like last week. So if it's been in stock for like 3 months, fair game, ask me for a discount. If it's been in stock less than that, I'm probably not going to say yes. But if this is the Clouds one that you want a discount on, I can add that to the 25% off. In fact, I'm just going to do that. Boop, 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 boop. I'm assuming that that's the one you want. Oh man, there's so many things that come up when I type Clouds in. Clouds Decimat. Why does that not bring it up? Let me try adding it in stock. There we go. Cool. Assuming that's the Decimat you meant, it now has a discount on it. There you go. You can get 25% off that. If I add that to cart, there you go. The discount is automatically working because I'd already applied it to my basket. So there you go. Yeah, you can get a discount on the Clouds Decimat if that's the one you mean, which is pretty cute. I don't think I've ever seen that. I didn't know we had that. But yeah, there you go. The discount is already live and working. Your current keyboard sounds amazing. What's the build? I'll show you. There we go. This is a Matrix 100NG Fuqua. This is the full size, and it's pretty cool. We built it on stream a couple of weeks ago. It's really useful to have here at the workshop. It's using MT new Modern Dolch Lite, but it's nice. Works really well. It's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. And Super Hens has put the specs out. Yeah, the key. If you haven't tried the Kiki Yasha switches, spot on. They're really, really good. They're really, really good. Like, particularly so. Particularly so. Right. Okay, but we're not doing any of that today. Today we're building a keyboard, and I think I've gone through every bit of PT news I need to go through with you. I think. I can't think of anything else I need to tell you guys. Albie, good evening, good sir. Thank you very much for being here. Right, so that's all the keyboard news for this week. I'm going to finish my coffee now. So if you guys have got any questions, ask me now while I finish my coffee. And then we'll unbox the Parabolica 60. And then we will be building the Boomerang. So yeah.
Tasty, tasty.
Alvi, thank you so much for your subscription, dude. 17 months. I thoroughly appreciate you. And I miss you as well, dude. Will you be building a Zoom diner at some point? Looks like quite a departure from the standard Zoom aesthetic. I don't know if I'll be building one. We're definitely going to be selling the board because we've actually been creating the product pages last week. I don't know if I'm getting one, actually. So let me check in with Sharon tomorrow because she handles a lot of the contracts with certain companies. Melatrix Book Studios is one of them. So usually if there's going to be like a keyboard build from them, she arranges that and then it just arrives here and then I hear about it. And it looks like we're going to have Bezos ads in a minute, so we'll talk through those while I finish my coffee as well. Superhand says, good evening, sir. I was demolishing a toad in the hole at the start of the stream. Dude, I could just hear that. Like, I don't know what she wants yet, but my wife made me waffles for breakfast, like American style waffles with maple syrup. Usually means she wants something. but I don't know what it is. Not yet. Jay, please may I have a discount on GMK Reforged. I'll add an Artisan Series matte and SW White and Black. Do we have Reforged in stock? I think we only have the all alphas, right? Is that what you mean? Oh yeah, the Molten Alphas. 100% I can do a discount on those. Let me add that to the discount. 100% I can do a discount on those. They were stupidly expensive. There's only one left, but yeah, 25% discount on those is now live. You can get your 25% discount on that. So yeah. F1 spoilers. Didn't Gian send them already? No, it's the Formula One, dude. Like the racing. Like I haven't watched the race from today yet, so I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to know who wins or who loses or anything like that. Question from Super Hands. Rather like Top Gear had the dubious backup car for challenges, what would your dubious backup keyboard be if you were involved in a keyboard related challenge? It's gonna have to be. Do you know what it would be? It would be. Hold on. Let me find a good picture of this, and then I'll share it with you. Why can I not find a good picture of this? Why is there no good picture of this? This is unbelievable that there is no good picture of this. Oh, okay, this'll do. This'll do. Okay, it would be. Wait, what? It would be the iMac G3 keyboard. Why are the pictures so small? This is terrible. Okay, I thought that was going to be a better picture. It would be one of these. If you guys never use one, and I used one at school, is it going to be a good picture? No. Why is it so crap? Can we open the image? No, okay. But these keyboards, the iMac G3 keyboards, they were absolutely diabolically bad. Like, if you've ever used one, you will... Like, they just made them wrong. They just made them completely and utterly wrong. Like the computers themselves were fine and whatever, and they looked great for the time, you know, like the late 90s. But the keyboards were just. iMac G3 promo image. Let's see if that works. Why do they just show the keyboards? Why don't they show the keyboards? Sorry. Anyway, the keyboards that came with the G3 were diabolically bad. There is just no good pictures. Why are these so terrible, the pictures? If anyone can find a good picture, please do show it. But they would, like, I would use one of those as a backup keyboard because they were just diabolical. They sounded terrible, they felt terrible, they didn't work half the time, they damaged easily, the cables were terrible on them, and I'm glad that Apple went in a different direction, but yeah, that's what I would pick as the backup keyboard for it. That's what I would pick as the backup keyboard for any, like, technical challenge. I didn't know there was text in the middle of the Substance Test Mac. Yeah, it says Nuxrose KB on it. It's just the Nuxrose brand. Yeah. Those waffles look great. Dude, the waffles she made were fantastic. My wife is a really good cook. Like, she's really good. She just scratched one of your cars, and this is a pre-apology. We'll see. Alphas would be sweet. There you go. What's your guilty keycap pleasure keycap set? Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I love Windbreaker. Hopefully GMK soon. I like anything with, like, I love Handabite, not because of the colours, but because of the history behind it. So it'd be something like that. I still long for the sunflower from the Mac. Sure. The Alps Apple Keeps. The actual Alps ones were older. I don't think they were Alps. I'm pretty sure they weren't. If they were built though. But the older ones, the AEK2s, they were top tier.
Incredible.
I still have a couple of those because they're really good. Worse than Dell membranes that replaced the already dubious late Bigfoots. I assumed we were sticking to the mechanical side, but sure. Like, if you want to pick the bad keyboards, you know, any foil and foam board from the 80s would be fine. The current Lenovo keyboards, like the standalone desktop ones, no, terrible. Stares at the touch bar Mac keyboards. Yeah. Mac keyboard just unlocked a memory of my dad and I playing first Tomb Raider together on his Mac when I was a little kid. Love the retro vibes. Yeah, nice. Oh, you found it? Is that the code for it? I don't want to look anymore. I really don't look anymore. Mochief, which MW keycaps do you want a discount on? Did I manage to get to the bottom of the RS4 noise? Yeah. So if you guys aren't interested, like my car, the RS4, whenever I was putting full lock to the right on, there was a ticking noise as the wheels rotated. Turns out it was the CV joint. Now the weird thing is, the absolutely stupidly weird thing is, it made the noise for 4 or 5 weeks. I then cleaned the car before I went to Centre Parks last week, and it stopped. It stopped. Like, the noise just stopped. And it's like, well, it can't be the fact that the car was dirty. It was making like it, as I was telling you, it was like a like it was a really loud mechanical click, and I could feel the feedback through the steering wheel. When it stopped, it went away. Anyway, it turns out it was the bearing on the inside of the CV joint, and the bearing had basically just ruptured. So I assume that just to happen to coincide with the fact that I was washing the car on the same day, the bearing actually dislodged and wasn't engaged, so it wasn't making a ticking noise because the bearing wasn't engaged, but the CV joint was still fine, and it was just rubbing as it turned. So there was probably some screeching. Anyway, 1,600 quid later, it's all fixed, and the car's now back on the road and looking well. So yeah. Nothing wrong with 90s Dell stem over membrane keyboard. Saucy tactility on them. The Lenovo ones are terrible. Get them at work. Yeah. Shacktail, Stage Warrior, and Hashline. If any of them have Protozoa in the title, I can't, which I don't think those do. Do you want the discount on all? If I put the discount on all 3, Mochief, will you buy all 3? That's the question. If you're only going to buy one, I'll put the discount on the one you're going to buy. But if you want it on all 3, you have to buy all 3. Like, that's the rule. Let me know. Let me know in chat. 2 out of the 3 for sure. Okay, which 2? Which 2 am I putting it on? Which 2 am I putting it on? I'm literally on the editing page here on the other side of my screen. So tell me which 2 I'm putting it on. The Lenovo ones we used to have at the bank, like wherever there was a desk with a desktop, they had the Lenovo ones there. The ones with the ThinkPad style colorway, so it had kind of like the navy blue enter. They were ISO, which was good, but they were terrible to type on. I love the salesmanship. Like, I'm just trying to do a nice thing for people. That's all. Managed to fix my wheel speed sensor with a little spit shine. Nice. I think the reason why the noise stopped as well, partly the fact that the bearing wasn't engaged, was the fact that the joint got greased up with the spray foam. Like because I cleaned all the underside suspension, so I just plastered it in like pre-wash and then snow foam and then shampoo, and I think that probably greased it up a little bit as well. This is my first stream. I had no idea it rolled like this with the discount codes. It's just normal. Yeah, so every stream, and it's usually only for the folks on stream, what I try and do is I try and do like a little discount for people. So usually I'll say, is there anything anyone wants to discount? Like, if you're on the fence about buying something and a 10% discount I'll get you to buy it, tell me and I'll give you the discount while you're watching me on stream. Like, it's a thank you for you watching me stream. There's a lot of things I can't do on. So here's the rules. Like, let's cover the rules on the website. Here's the rules. If it's in, wait, where is it? Where's the new latest stock drop? If it's in this collection, I can't offer a discount on it generally because it's too new. Like, we've literally just put it in stock. Can't offer a discount on those. If it's in the shop in stock and then Protozoa in stock range, I can't offer a discount on those because that's a contractual thing. I can't offer a discount on those. Anything else that's in stock pretty much fair game for you to ask. The worst I'll do is say no, and I'll be polite about it, and I'll tell you no, and I'll tell you why if I can't do it. But there is a ton of in-stock stuff that you can get. You can ask me for a discount on. Sometimes we'll do 2 or 3 items. This week I wanted to do a little bit more. It's payday weekend. Like, I'd already planned on doing a little bit of a discount, and that's why I posted some stuff on Discord. The other stuff that people are asking for, like, I just want to make people happy, right? Shark Tale and Stage Warrior, like, cool. Let's put Shark Tale on and Stage Warrior on discount. Only lasts until 9 o'clock in the morning. Usually it's until I finish streaming, but today we're doing it till 9 a.m. tomorrow, just to give a few people a bit more chance with the keyboard stuff. Shark Tale is added. It won't work just yet. What was the other one? Stage Warrior. Okay. Stage Warrior. Stage Warrior is added as well. Like, I think they're both in the relatively new, but I'm happy to do a discount on those. Yeah. So there you go. So the discount will now work on those. Thank you very, very much to Mochi for asking for those. There you go. I do hope you buy them now. I do hope you buy them now. That's the main thing. Albi, I wouldn't say that loud to Reddit. They're held in very high regard there. The anniversary T25 keyboard feels excellent for a laptop keyboard though. Do you know the only laptop keyboard I enjoy is the ThinkPads? That's it. Just the ThinkPads. Have you tried the HMX Sonya? They seem an interesting switch, making them deliberately scratchy. Yeah, we only stocked them because I got some samples when they first made them ages ago. I do have some though for builds. Like, of the 3 switches we just recently put in stock, I bought like a few for myself. I bought the Gator and Onyxes, which we're going to open and have a look at actually, because they're kind of cool. They've got a cool thing to them, like. And these are the Sonyas. Like, they're really interesting. If you've ever used a Cherry switch and you like the feel of the Cherry Scratch on an MX Black, this sort of emulates that, but it doesn't have the same sound profile. Like, they have the standard HMX sound. Like, they sound like almost every other HMX switch. If you try 20 HMX switches, you've tried every HMX switch, right? I will stand by that. These are probably the only ones that are a little bit different. Like, you can feel that scratch in there. You like the colorway? Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. The blue's probably not as blue. Hold on, let me switch cameras. This is probably more color accurate. They're kind of like a tealy greeny blue. Yeah, this is much more accurate. With like a red stem. They're really nice though. They're really nice. The top housings look super rough. Yeah, like they're not like they have got a texture to them. But like, they're not expensive switches either. I don't even know how much we have these for sale for. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. In-stock switches. Yeah, so these are 30p a switch. I think that's okay, and that's including VAT. 25p a switch excluding VAT. But they're pretty nice. I'm excited to put those in a build. We're not using them today, but I am excited to put them in a build at some point. They're nice. They're a good little bit of scratch. Yeah, they are nice. They are nice. The ones I actually was really interested to show you guys today is the Gator and Onyx switches. So you might be able to see this on. Let me zoom the camera right down, so I can hold it down in the light and you can still see. So here on the switch, you'll see there's 2 little pink bits. They're kind of like almost like and you see they've got them here and here. What these are, they're almost like a force break mod. It's almost like a inbuilt dampener between the top and the bottom housing of the switch. They're really interesting. They're really interesting. I haven't put these in a board yet. We got some samples in a while back and we decided to stock them based off the fact that they've got new technology in them that's pretty cool. But let's open them up. So I also bought myself one of these. Just because I wanted a new tool. This is the first time I've used it actually. This is a new Omnitype switch opener and switch pusher. It's designed so you can push your switches into a keyboard nicely. Like if you're putting them into a tough plate, you can push it in and you don't need to you don't need to break your thumbs. But let's try the switch opener and see how this works. Okay, let's move. Yeah, so take the switch apart. So you can see here there's like 4 little pink pads and they kind of act like a forced break mode or like a pre-installed switch film, just to separate the top, well, just to fill the gap between the top and the bottom housing and make sure everything feels tight. It's kind of a clever little solution, and it's basically just injection molded into it. You can kind of see that it goes all the way through, and it's just injection molded into it as part of it. It's kind of interesting. They do feel softer as well when you touch them, so I'm not sure what material they're made of, but like you can feel the difference when you get something sharp on them between the plastic housing and the actual gasket. They're like they feel like a silicone actually. I wonder if they're a silicone, maybe like a Teflon type, a soft Teflon. Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm just really excited to try them out. That's the only reason we stocked them, is so I could try them out. Yeah, it's innovative, and whilst maybe these aren't the greatest switches in the world, the fact that it's something new in a Switch always makes me want to try it, and they feel great as well. But today we're actually going to use Type R switches. So the first time I tried these, I fell in love with the Type R's. They are the closest tactile to a linear you'll ever get. They have this weird kind of drop off. Like when most tactile switches, you press it down and you have a bump to get over, right? Okay, so you come down, you hit the bump, you go over the bump, and then you drop down. And how that bump feels depends on the shape of the stem and everything else. And some things you press longer and then feel a bump, and it's a sharp bump or it's a slight bump or whatever, you know, like an MX Brown you can barely feel. This is different. Before you even press it, you're actually into the bump. So the tactile, you get over the bump incredibly fast and then you just drop out. And they're a short throw switch as well, so a long pole switch. So you kind of like have a reduced travel as well. So the two things combined, they just feel really poppy and kind of interesting. So yeah, so we tried these in a hot swap build, probably January time. Really loved them, and yeah, cool switches. Cool switches. That's what we're going to use today. Any chance of stocking the TX521 multi-tool? Drop a message on Discord and I'll try and have a look at that when we're back at the workshop next week. You missed a trick not fitting the Type R switches in that S2000 hand engineering board. Yeah, we didn't have the switches then. So, yeah, I couldn't put them in. I couldn't put them in. But they're really nice switches. They feel fantastic, and they're genuinely a little bit different. So, yeah, happy to have them in stock. Everyone say hi to Kalane watching for this on the VOD for this part. Hi Kalane. Hey buddy. He's back in Australia at the minute, so he's on a very different timeline. Okay, so now we've had a look at the switches. Let's have a look at the Parabolica. So if you haven't seen the Parabolica, it's a 60% that's in IC right now. Now I have to apologise because Royal Mail did mess up and this got absolutely soaked. You can see that all the card in here is being wet through, and it did, yeah. I don't know what Royal Mail did to it, but they got it soaking wet through, and for that I have to apologise. But we have the board itself here. So it comes with this little pouch. There was a really nice box as well. There's like a really nice unboxing experience, but unfortunately it got destroyed in the wet weather. And as you can see, this kind of got damaged as well, but there's a cool kind of piece of artwork from In Studio here, who designed the board, which is really, really cool. I really like this kind of art style. Classico Royal, dude, I was so annoyed with them because it like even got inside this. Like you can see that this is like the label, and you can see it does barely say 4J here. Like they picked this one specially out for me, but it all got soaking wet. We left it out in the office on the table, like kind of like spread out, just sort of dry out. Apparently I do have wing keyless and PVD. Hopefully everything's okay. Yeah, let's show you the board. So it comes in a nice carry case. Nothing wrong with a bit of orange and blue. Royal Mail shower service, next day sopping wet delivery. Dude, it was like the whole box was soaked through. Like it had soaked through this. The keyboard was wet inside this. That's how wet it had got. I haven't tested the PCB or anything else, but it comes with a lot of cool stuff. Like you get, oh, this is wet. This is still damp, but some like little transfers, and we get feet. It literally says feet. The daughter board, you can see these have all been soaking wet through because these are paper. Tadpole pins, and screws. Again, look how wet this got. Like, I hope that the board actually works. I mean, the keyboard itself is aluminium, so that'll be fine. But whether the actual keyboard works or not might be another thing to look at. And then here we have the PCB. I'm pretty confident the PCB will be fine. Like, this is still sealed. There was no liquid inside this. Like, I think this has protected it. But the PCB's got a cool design on it too. It is the hot swap version, and we'll be building this next week. So, yeah. It did come up with some other stuff as well. I say Mel laid this all out on the table to try and dry it out. These were absolutely sopping wet. It comes with some gloves, but these were soaking wet through. Like, there was literally water dripping out of this bag, so we had to open the bag up and lay them out to dry. It came with this. Look at this. It's like a in-studio little credit card thing, like a thank you card, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got the board on it. It's just really nice, like just a nice card. One time you want mags instead of paper bags, yeah. Silk screen print is neat. Yeah, on the PCB it looks great. This is the keyboard. I would have unboxed this live on stream, but I had to take it apart because it was wet. Or Mel did even. So copper and blue. Look how nice that looks. This actually has a look of a board you've probably never heard of, but called the Mugen by Josh, who works for PT. It actually has a very similar side profile here. It's really nice though. There's a nice little finger slot here on the side. Super, super nice base. Lots of chunky copper in there. It's really, really pretty. Like, look at the side profile. It's so good. Like this kink here. Baby. Like, it's so nice. It's a nice blue. Yeah. This is a little bit June 65-y as well, yeah. Yeah. It's really interesting. So yeah. So we'll build this on stream next week. Hopefully it will work and it didn't get too wet. I did take some pictures. Hold on, let me see if I can put the pictures on Discord and then open them up in the browser because it got so wet. Where's PT? I'm just going to shove this in SPC stories because that's all I have access to right now. If I can find the pictures, I'll just send those two. Hold on. Right, give me a second. Boop, boop. Okay, I'll open these pictures and show you them. If you're in the SPC, you'll be able to see them in SPC stories as well. Oh wait, why is my mouse not working? Is my mouse gonna die? Okay, so let me turn the browser share back on. There you go. So this is the box. Like, you can't really see, but all around this area here is all wet, and you can kind of see like where the packet was stuck to it. All of this area was wet. The box was open. You can see where the seal had failed. It was just really, really, really wet. And you can see here, look, the black card pouch was just soaking wet. All of this is just, it's darker blue here than it is in real life because it was absolutely dripping wet. Like, if we held it up, water was dripping off the bottom of it. So good old Royal Mail. Good old Royal Mail. But anyway, hopefully everything will be fine. Hopefully everything will be fine. And we'll build that next week on stream, I think. Have you heard about the NPR numpad? Yes, we are going to be the vendor for that. There is talk about it on our Discord server, and we will be the UK vendor for it because I think it's phenomenal, and I think it'll be up quite a few people's streets as well in the UK. So I'm excited for that. It's really cool. Blue is shiny on the curves. Yeah, sunset surfing would look good on that. It would. It would. Thank you for showing the Parabolica IC as well. I appreciate it. I off the top of my head, I don't know what the pricing is going to be. That thread will probably tell you more than I can remember in my head. So yeah, very nice. It is really nice, Sam. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, right. Okay, it is time to have a look at the Boomerang and build the Boomerang. I'm trying to be careful here because this is in a precarious pile. So I made some test plates in ISO layout, and I have sent a couple of these out to people. I think at least one of those people is watching today. So basically the file I got is fine, and it cuts great, and it has, I converted it to ISO myself, or to be universal myself. The issue I think this is going to have in POM is that the flex cuts here are going to be a bit too flexy, because they're really thin. And if anyone bought one of the POM plates for the Boomerang Throwers and they do find it too flexy, reach out and I will delete the flex cut in the plate and send you another one for free, because I think they might be just a little bit too flexible. Like you can see here, there's like very thin parts of material, and in the material like POM that's already really flexible, that might just be a little bit too much. Like it's just really flexible. So if this is the case, I'll be removing that cutout there and removing that cutout there, and I'll just keep this little one here and this little one here, and it should stiffen all of this area up. But yeah, so if you did buy one of them, Boomerang, and you asked for a POM plate in ISO layout, please just let me know if it needs replacing, because I didn't have a chance to test it. This is my test, and we've already shipped the orders out. Here's the PCB. We do need to do some surgery to the PCB, so we have to change at least one hot swap socket. I think it's just one actually. We need to remove this hot swap socket and place it here. So we're going to do that live on stream. I've forgotten my desoldering hot air gun, so we're going to use the standard soldering iron for it and see how it goes. But we're going to try and remove this and then replace it here, so that we can use ISO enter. Other than that, the PCB should work just fine, and it will be hot swap, and the build should be pretty quick after we've done that. Before we do that though, it's time to put the weight into the keyboard case. Here's the other plastic plate that we sold in. So this is the actual plastic plate that came with it. It only supports ANSI though, not ISO. You can see here they've actually removed even more of it. I didn't get this plate file, unfortunately. So we'll see. It might be okay with the PCB and the build and everything. It might be fine. We'll see when we get that. Right, okay, so I have the two gaskets, I have everything else. Let's get the keyboard put together and have the weight added. Weight drop test the sequel. Yeah, I actually dropped it on the floor the other day. So this is my unit. It is pink, because pink is the best colour. And the first thing we're going to do... Oh, wait. The first thing I'm going to do is go grab my screwdrivers from downstairs. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. I'll use the toilet while I'm there, and grab some screwdrivers. And then when I come back, we will install the weight into the case. We'll install the gaskets, and I'll show you how the construction works. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes, okay. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I just had a quick wee. Yeah. Okay, right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the case apart, which is a series of screws. These are different length screws, as I found out to my chagrin when I first took a keyboard apart for QC. And then tried to put it back together and put the wrong screws in the wrong place. Hey, comfort breaks are a thing, man. Everyone deserves time to go pee. It's better that we're waiting here than outside the toilet door. Yeah, the toilet's downstairs, so...
Incredible.
Thunderous Silence, thank you so much for the follow. I thoroughly appreciate you, dude. That screw does not want to lift out. We'll take it out. We undo the case. That toilet was in some state when I went in after the opening. I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was, but yes, it was in a way. We had to like we had to leave it open for like 2 days. It was quite fun. Okay, so now we've unscrewed it. I'm just going to take these screws out. They're a little bit tight in there. Okay, that one does not come out. Just going to push these out with the screwdriver. Pop. Oops. And then last one. There we go. So here's the base. You can see the daughterboard clips in here, and then the weight screws in here. So we're going to pop the weight in first. So we're just going to pop the weight down there, just like that. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws to put this together. Let's grab what we need out of here. We'll also need feet in a second as well, so might as well get everything up, get it all ready. Screws to pop in place. These are torque screws, which is nice. I do like a torque screw in a keyboard. Try not to over tighten these when you do them, guys, because you don't want to strip the threads in the copper. These are not the longest screws, so they don't need much purchase. So that's the weight now installed. The next thing to do is to take these 2 strips. These are basically a force brake mod, and these go in the side, just like so. If you bought one of these keyboards from us, this may have already been done for you because I did do a few, and then to save time I didn't do the rest. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to take the daughterboard off of the PCB, and then we'll install this as well. So this is just going to pop in here like so. And then there should be 2 screws for that, which we'll need a new screwdriver for. G6 maybe. And that is now the bottom case all assembled. So weights in, daughterboards in, gasket strips are in. Although this one does not want to stay in. There we go, nicely installed. Right, we will need those out. I think That's it. Put everything back in here now. I don't really watch cricket, no, I'm afraid not. Sorry. Now, I'm not actually sure what this piece is for, but I'm gonna guess that it actually sits just here on the inside of the case, just to stop things bugging out. If I find out later that's not where it goes, I'll be upset, but that's where I'm gonna put it. Just like so. Nice. Okay, next job is to install the feet. So we're gonna flip this over, pray the little side gaskets stay in. If not, I'll have to put them back in. And I'm gonna show you a little Easter egg. It does say boob in there, like B-O-O-B. Just in one of the footholes, it says boob. Such a nice case and copperweight. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this keyboard already. I haven't even built it. Like, just the way it looks is nice. Closest I'll ever get to touching a boob. Oh, I don't see that, dude. You can touch mine. Wait, am I allowed to say that on Twitch? In before I get banned. Okay, feet installed. We can now put the case to one side. How much of a good looking case is that though? Looks so good. Okay, so we will need the gaskets in a bit. There's actually 4 gaskets, and these sit around the plate. So when we have the switches installed in the plate, these gaskets actually sit, and this is why I'm worried about these tiny little bits. Like, you have to stretch these around this kind of area here. And I think it might add a little bit of rigidity to the plate itself. We'll see, but I am a little bit worried about them. So we'll see how that goes. Oh man, like I thought I was gonna snap the plate then. We'll see. We may have to recut a plate for these though. We'll see. There's 4 of those, put them to one side. Okay, right, next up is some surgery. Oh wait, oh no, we snagged the mat. Got a thread on the mat now, that's annoying. So, let's get a cloth out and take a look at what we actually need to do. So what we need to do is unsolder this point and try and prise up the socket. Unsolder this point and pop the socket out. Pop the socket back into this position and then solder it in place with these 2 pads. A little bit of surgery, but it should be okay. You're gonna need solder. Just gonna put a little cloth down just to protect things. Whilst this desk mat's really cool, it means that I don't have a flat surface to work on, which is kind of frustrating. I do have some pliers somewhere. Where have I put those? I literally had some pliers on my desk earlier on. What have I done? And some pliers so we can gently tease that socket off the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this like so. I'm going to heat up a pad. I'm going to try and prise it off gently, and then hopefully we'll get it out in one piece. This is not the tool I would generally use to do this job. I would usually use my hot air gun, hold the hot air onto the PCB until the solder melted, and then I'd just use tweezers to pick it off. But I did not prepare before stream, so we have what we have. Sure, I'll try and zoom in and see if you guys can see what I'm doing. Oof, right, okay. So what we need to do is move this socket here to this position here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab hold of the socket, wait till my soldering iron is hot enough, and I'm going to gently try and lift, like I'm lifting it up here, you can see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down on the PCB and plate and just heat that pad, and hopefully the socket will come free. There we go. And then we're going to come around to the other side, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. And then we're just going to literally go from side to side until the socket comes out. So that's one side completely disconnected. I'm going to come back to the other side now. I'm not very good with my left hand with a soldering iron. There we go. Nice and easily removed. It's hot. There we go. Nice and easily removed. That's still hot. So you can see it's relatively clean on the pads. I'm just going to reflow the solder here and here just so it settles and it's nice and smooth. This is literally, I might add a little bit of solder actually for this, just to make sure that the pads are nice and neat and even. And just make sure they're protected as well, just from shorts or anything else. I'm going to add a little bit of solder to the two pads we're going to use. They already had some solder on, but I just wanted to make sure there's plenty on there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the hot swap socket and we're going to position it in place. Try and get this into the middle of the camera shot for you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down with the pliers just gently as I heat up one side, and that's going to sink in. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side, just push down gently until it clicks into place. Once that's nice and in place, I'm then going to take the soldering iron back and just align it nicely. And then push down fully. And I'm being quite firm there, just to make sure that it is in place. Wait till the solder's hardened, and then I'm going to come back up here. We're going to do exactly the same thing again. Move just as I was letting go. There we go. That should be transplant completed. There you go. You can see my handiwork just there. Looks pretty neat and tidy. Looks like it's all aligned. We're going to just check it from this side. Make sure everything looks good. Just see the hot swap socket there, peeking through just there and there. It looks like it's all nicely aligned. It's the correct depth from the top of the PCB. So yeah. Nice and simple. That's not the right tool for the job. That was a lot slower than it would have been normally, but it's good. We're in a position to carry on now. Makes me nervous? No. Nice. I hope you enjoy the KD8X. They're really, really good keyboards. I remember when they came out. Okay, so no more need for a soldering iron today because this is a hot swap build. Okay, right. So stabilizers today. We're going to use some Knight V3 stabilizers because we have these in stock and ready to go. I'm not going to use these because we don't need to. We're using a 1.6mm PCB. And we're going to build this with ISO enter, full backspace. So we need ISO enter, full backspace. And then spacebar, we have to do split spacebar. So we're going to use spacebar here, spacebar here, and that's it. We're going to do split left shift as well for the true ISO layout. And there we go. Put these back in the box. Yeah, I don't think I made that look easy. Like, there are people out there that make my soldering skills look mild and tame and prehistoric. One of those is Tom. Tom, I don't know if you're watching, but when I watch Tom solder, it's like art. Like, he's really good, very talented. And then, do you know what? I haven't used these on stream yet. Like, I've used these for a few personal, sorry, not personal, like customer builds when we've been lubricating. But these are also in stock right now. These are the lube pens. This is the XHTBDZ lube. And we're gonna lubricate our stabilizers with this. Oh, is it still sealed? Yeah. Okay. Why does that not want to unseal? Try to do it. There we go. So these are basically like a little lubrication pen. You'll see it's kind of like got a felt tip end almost. Camera, please. And all we're going to do is we're just going to twist. You'll see there's a little mechanism in here. And as we twist, it's basically going to push lubricant through the pen shape and into the brush tip. Why is this not working? The other one we had worked straight away. This type of lube helped me get rid of stabilizers so quick. There we go. Right, all of a sudden it came through. Like, the other ones we've had just worked straight away. This time, it took a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is, there's a load on the brush here, but we're just going to use this as an applicator. And we've got too much on the brush. So we're just going to try and spread this out across the rest of the stabilizer as well. So just be careful with these the first time you lose them. We didn't have that with the last one, but I've only used 2 of 5 grade 0, so I'm going to use that as my excuse. And we're just going to paint the lubricant on nice and easily using that brush. There we go. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the housing, we're going to insert the stem into the housing, we're then going to push the wire in, and we're going to click it into place. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oh no, I've got lube on my finger. Jay, what are you doing? You're making this look 10 times harder than it is. We're going to push that into the other side, just like so. Yeah, XHTBDZ is really good for that. It's not my preferred lubricant. I tend to prefer 2 of 5 grade 0, which we do have in these pens as well for stabilizers. But it is kind of like a cheat code for stabilizers usually, as long as you don't go too thick with it. Okay, just going to use the rest of this lube off this brush, just on this, nice and easy. Makes it so much faster and easier. There we go. Young people won't remember this, but XHTBDZ has the exact same. I swear this is true. It has the exact same consistency as Tipex. Younger folks won't remember Tipex, but when we made a mistake in school with a pen years ago, before everyone typed on tablets. We had to use Tipp-Ex to get rid of our mistakes. It has the exact same consistency. Oh yeah, Tipp-Ex on models for white infills would be great, yeah. If you use it for that, JQ, I can absolutely appreciate that. Shout out to Omnitype for coming out with these though. They're pretty cool. Tipp-Ex smell is my fave. Can't say I can remember what Tipp-Ex smells like. Like, that's not a memory for me. I'm sure if I smelt it, I'd recognize it, but like, I don't recall that off the top of my head. Okay, and then just using what's left on the brush without ejecting any more through, we're just going to place a really, really fine layer on either side of the slider. Just so that it coats it nicely. Remember, we're not trying to gunk the works up here, we're just trying to make things move smoothly. I'm just going to put a very, very thin layer on each side.
Tasty, tasty.
Adamushki, thank you so much for the sub, dude. I thoroughly appreciate that. 7 months, that's crazy. I'm too old to have used Tipp-Ex at school. We had to use a rubber. Oh, dude. Like, I must be in that sweet spot where Tipp-Ex was like a thing. It was only in high school though. A Tipp-Ex collab would be a banger. Speaking on that, it's not actually Tipp-Ex. Did you see Beep's new set that's based on, like, it's got like the keycaps have got like school lines that paper would have on, like you know, like lined paper. They've got that on, which is pretty cool. Okay, lubrication done. I still have lube all over my hands. I'm using a bloody pen and I've still got lube all over my hands. Right, let's get these into the board. Hey Rue, thanks very much for being here. These stabilizers are gonna not stay in, so we're just gonna do them one at a time. Just gonna put these washers on the screws and then take the screwdriver. Screw that down nicely. Thank you, Mr. Dynamics. You are a legend in your own lunchtime, good sir. Okay, that's one stabilizer in. Next, we're going to do the other spacebar. Yeah, they make it really easy, CyberSam. I've made it look hard with the lube pens. Like, it's so much easier than I made it look today. I've just got lube all over my hands, and yeah, we've only used the 3203 ones. I'm going to blame it on that. Not 3203, 205 grade 0. Okay, backspace we're going to install. Oh. Oh, so I've just made another realization. We actually do need to remove a second hot swap socket that I hadn't thought about because it gets in the way of the stabilizer. We have to take this one out here. This one here has to come out. Because of course it does, why wouldn't it? So, before we do the next one, let's quickly remove that hot swap socket. So again, we're just going to wait for this iron to get to temperature. We're going to hold the hot swap socket and we're going to heat up one side until it just breaks loose. Just like so. We're going to come around to the other side and we're going to do exactly the same. I'm glad I've done this for my board first because I do have to do this for a couple of customer builds as well. Come back around to the other side. Okay, so do we have to put that back in anywhere? Just going to reflow those two pads. Just trying to think if we have to put that back in anywhere, but I don't think we do. I'm pretty sure that's it. We'll soon find out if I'm wrong. Just going to pop that in that tray. Gosh, that's hot. There we go. Second one removed. Let's get the final stabilizer in place. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at that in a second. Just double check that I've got everything right here, Dynamics. That screw's just jumped complete to not where I wanted it. Okay, that stabilizes in. Yeah, so the it does have a hot swap socket for the hash key. It's just upside down. Yeah, so that's there and that's there. So that covers us for those two switches, and then we have here. So that should be correct. That should be right. Famous last words, right? Famous last words. It should be correct, he says, with hope and trepidation in his heart. Right, okay. Plate in place. I'm going to grab the plate fork and then some switches and we'll get this thing put together. Okay, let's start with the bottom row and we'll do the left side first. So we're just using these type R switches today. Slight bent pin on that switch I was playing with earlier. There we go. So the good news is I got the plate cut correctly for the stabilizers. That's always good news. That's the first three in there. I'm going to come over to this side and just do the first three on the bottom row here. And then we can start to fill out the plate and PCB assembly from there.
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you so much, the Stony Baloney, for the follow. I appreciate that. And we're going to get some Bezos ads. Mr. Bezos is going to join us for a few minutes, so watch out for that in a second. I apologise in advance for the ads. Oh, we've got a slight bent pin. Okay, let's put the actual bottom row in. I called the shift row the bottom row a second ago, but it's not, of course. Looks like it should be correct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Let's stabilize key. I won't get the hot swap plate fork in there. Cool. Right, let's finish off the bottom row here. I'll do this macro column at the end. I don't want to do it too early. Okay, now we've got those in place. Let's get the split right shift in place. Left shift even. Split left shift in place. These switches do need to go north facing to fit the hot swap sockets. Oh man, is the plate fork not going to fit now? That's slightly frustrating. Let's just rest the plate fork here and get these two switches done. I don't know who's messaging me, but my phone is going absolutely diabolically nuts in the corner. Awesome. Right, now we can move up a row and we can get the rest of the switches in fairly easily, I think. Yeah. If you don't like short travel switches, I'd probably not recommend them. I just think they're really interesting from a user perspective because they're so different and pretty unique in terms of switches. Like there's very few things out there on the market. Like if you like tactile switches, I would say definitely want to try these. But if you don't like short throw switches, then maybe it's not for you. It's not, these switches aren't going to be for everyone. If you liked Zeal clickies, you'll probably like these. If you didn't like Zeal clickies, you probably won't like these. Why does this one not want to go in? There we go. But yeah, if you're a tactile fan, I'd say try them either way. If you're not, then I wouldn't. And just as it's you, Sorrow, if you place an order for something else on the website and you want to try these, let me know. We have got a lot. I think they've just finished in stock, but I can send you one from my personal thing to try it. And we have got some more stock coming, but I'm not sure when they're going to arrive. I think it's going to be a few weeks away yet. These were really, really popular when we put them in stock. I haven't heard the name Zeal in a while. I hope Henry's doing all right. I've not spoken to him in a couple of years. I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's doing okay. In fact, I'm interested to know now when the last time I spoke to Zeal personally was. Like, I know I've ordered off his store a while back. I ordered some switches for from Blur from the key source from Zeal, but I haven't spoken to him for a long time. In fact, the last time I think I spoke to him was probably like 2022, so maybe 3 years ago now. I don't know. I'll reach out to him and see how he's doing. Okay, just the top row left to go, and then the ISO area. So we should be all done in a moment or two. Oh, that's got 2 bent pins. Let's put that to one side. Okay, just to switch in for backspace. Then the magic switch we changed for ISO enter. That did not feel right. If we get that in. Oh yeah, it's okay. And there we go. That is our plain PCB assembly ready. What do we think? Looks pretty nice, right? These are nice looking switches. Okay, let's get the board assembled. So I'm going to take the top case off just for now. The first thing I'm going to do is install these 4 O-rings. These do stretch around part of the plate. I'm slightly nervous about these, so I'm gonna try and be very, very careful with them. Oh man, this PCB keeps grabbing at my desk mat. Switches remind you of Infernal. Yeah, they remind me of oh gosh, that felt really flexible. They remind me of Gator on Ink Reds that you used to get. We haven't stocked those for a few years now, but yeah. There we go. Gaskets all installed. Then we're going to connect our USB cable. Well, the JST cable for the USB. He says. And then we're going to rest. There's like these grooves here that you'll see. That's where we need to rest the gaskets themselves. So I'm just going to push those into place, push those into place gently. I'm going to take the top case and we're going to sit it on top. And we're going to make sure everything lines up nicely. It does. So we're going to flip her over. And we're going to get our screws back. And we're going to pop these into the case. So the long ones go across the back. Hold on a second. There is some really long ones that go across the back. I have to get these in the right order. That one goes there. That one goes there. No, that doesn't go there. That absolutely does not go there, Jay. Do you know what? I'm going to tighten the other screws up and then I'll take that one back out. That one goes there. That one goes there. That one goes there. And that one goes there. Okay. Never tried an O-ring mount plate, but O-rings seem very rudimentary. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice typing experience if you haven't tried it before. It's kind of bouncy, but kind of interesting at the same time. I think the Vulcan was the first board I ever tried, but this kind of particular mounting style. 2 double arrow links, 1 above, 1 below. And there we go. That's the keyboard assembled. Right, let's grab up Switch Hitter and see if she works. One of the downsides of great looking switches, can't get to appreciate them since they're covered. Maybe. Cable is here. And before we have soldered this so badly it doesn't work. Get the noise, that's good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that works. Oh, this is very springy. Okay, all working there. All working there. Take Cowsock off. Oh, the truth. Okay, so that comes out as enter, and that comes out. So they both work, which is great. They're just the wrong way around. We can fix that later. Shift. Oh, that comes up as win. That's unique. Okay, that should be FN. So that, yeah, so that's working. So FN's working. That all works. That works. Yeah, that's space. That's space. Alt, win, control. So we need to change that so it's not to win, so it's to \pipe, and we need to change these around at some point. So these are the wrong way around, and that is Windows. So yeah, but PCB surgery worked. Yeah, you're right. PCB surgery was a success. Appreciate commenting on my base 75 build post on Reddit. Loving the feel of Zin High on it. Nice, nice. I don't know if I've posted on yours or not, but yeah, I post a fair bit on Reddit. Yeah. But I'm glad you enjoy your build. Right, okay, so that's the board now put together. It's all assembled and it's all working. The next job is to find some keycaps for it. So I'm going to go grab a couple of examples of keycaps from my shelf behind me, and then I'm hoping one of the mods will create a poll. Jelly, if you're still watching, or Mr. Blackbrook, if you're still watching, could one of you do a poll for me, please? Is that possible? I'm not putting Cosmos on it. I don't know what to put on this. I feel like it needs to be a light coloured keycap set. Right, let me go find some keycap sets, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. Okay. I have some choices here for pink keyboard. We've got GMK Hootie, grey and pink, could be nice. GMK Fuji, pink and grey and white. Or we just do a white set and go with GMK Stormtrooper. Those are the 3 choices. The switches in the back row, because Jay can't see them. They do, you mean the keycaps, not the switches. But yeah, like that changes constantly because they come off there and go back on there whenever we're doing builds at work. So I think Jelly's going to do a proper poll, so we can pop it up there. KKBL over caps could be nice in this. Yeah, unfortunately they're not finished yet. They're still in production. Northern overcoat for a southern belle. Nice. I like that whole name. Man, why is Discord gone absolutely nuts? Like Discord's just gone nuts. There's so many DMs. Oh man, I think it's gone nuts. Right, okay, so Stormtrooper and Fuji are winning, but it's kind of even across all of them. Are people trying to rig this? Are you guys trying to rig it? I'm gonna drop a vote in for my favorite. Number of votes is more than people on stream. Yeah, so people are rigging it, yeah. It's actually really quiet on stream this week. I think it's because it's the school holidays here in the UK, so a lot of people will be with their kids, which makes sense. At least I think it is. I'm pretty sure my brother's kids are off school this week. No, I think we'll just stick with whatever wins. We'll go with that. I don't want to try and mix my I do like the idea of mix and matching key sets, and I have done it in the past. But when I have so many keycap sets, I have to keep track of what keycap sets are on the board. Otherwise, when I come to take them off, I'll struggle if it's not just one keycap set. End of holidays, you believe? Yeah. People are probably with the kids. Makes sense. Makes sense. Plus, not everyone likes builds as funky as this. Rigatone. Oh man. Who made the vote time so long? I don't know. But it's fine. It's fine. You guys can ask questions. Like, why not ask me a question? Try and ask me a question you think I can't answer. That's usually a good way to get people to think of questions. Like, in keyboard world, what is something you think I can't or won't answer? Those are usually the best questions. I'm missing a screwdriver. Where the hell was that? Where did the PT name come from? It's just the portmanteau of prototype and typist. Like originally I wanted to when I first started streaming under the name of J Keebs. After about 6 weeks of being under that brand, I wanted to change the name then to Prototype. And I think that name just kind of stuck with me for a long time, just because like it was a cool idea, like prototyping stuff and prototype, and like a typist. And it kind of just came from there. I don't think there was any specific inspiration for it, other than we were like, I was doing the original run of the JR1s prior to Prototypist, and we'd done a lot of prototypes, so the word prototype was in my head, and I just thought it was fun play on words that prototype and typist and keyboards kind of all fell together. So I think that's what it is. Have you tried Thai coffee, and what's your thoughts? Yeah, I've had Thai coffee. It's I had some Indonesian coffee a little while ago actually, which was too sweet. Like it just wasn't for me. But we've had coffee grown in Thailand before, yeah. It's a strong name. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Do you regret buying certain things as stock on the store? Do you think it's important to stock a wide range of items, or items that can easily be sold? It's a mixture of both, Sarov. So like picking what to stock on the store is a bit of a dark art, because it's a constantly moving landscape, and you can always try and buy what's popular. That's fine. But we tried to make a transition. Like a couple of years ago, I wrote a blog post about how we were going to try and transition from having group buy items to in-stock items. I think it was like 2022 when I wrote this, like 3 years ago now. And kind of like the aim then has to have more in stock each year as new products than we do as group buys. And we've kind of like smashed this now. We have a huge amount of stuff in stock. There's some things I regret buying so much of. For example, like the JOG project. Like I wanted to do in-stock beige, cheap, die-sub, emulate old Cherry OG keycaps with cool Windows legends. And I think we knocked it out of the park in terms of a keycap set design. I think I'm the only person who really wants that, because it doesn't sell particularly well. Even though it's like cheap, it's like 45 quid or something. It's not expensive, like under $50. but I think I underestimated how many people would want it. So I do regret like buying so much of it, because we bought hundreds and hundreds of sets of that, and we sold like 25 maybe at push. But I don't regret the project, and I don't regret making it. I don't think there's products that I've made decisions on to buy a certain amount of stock that have been wrong, absolutely, like the JOG. And there's been products where I've bought not enough as well. Like there's been like GMK High-Vis, like it didn't sell particularly great during the group buy phase for us here at Prototypist. The group buy itself did fine. And then as soon as we put the extras in stock, we had more extras than we sold in the group buy, gone in minutes. So I wish I'd bought more of that. So I don't think that it's necessarily important to have a huge range, although we do. I think it's important to have a good range, and I think it's important to try and mix up what you do have as well. So don't just have all beige, for example. Try and have every color that you can do when you're doing that. And like a couple of years ago, we had, I think at the most we had like 148 types of Switch in stock at any one time, and most of them didn't sell very often. Like most of them, we had like one sale a week or something. We'd sell 10,000 Switches a week at this point, like in 2020, but we were selling like one Switch might have one sale a week, for example. And over time, those sold out, and we were focusing on keycap sets for a long time and keyboards, and kind of COVID came to an end, and we had to kind of like grow the team and stuff. And then towards the middle of last year, towards kind of like summertime, I decided that I was going to do a curated selection of Switches, which is I would only stock Switches on the store that I would use in my builds myself. And I think we've done a good job of curating that, and then we're constantly increasing that. So the Switches that we're stocking now, that I was trying out in like October, November time last year, and deciding whether we were going to stock them or not, and that range is going to increase because we buy enough in bulk that they're not going to sell out quickly, apart from Type R's, which bizarrely have sold out stupidly fast. But we're going to try and have like big bulks of Switches in stock for as long as possible. Like that's kind of the aim. I think for me, the sweet spot is if I can put a product in stock and it lasts 6 months, that's the sweet spot. If it's in stock for 6 months, it means that I've A, bought enough that enough people have had a chance to be able to buy it when they wanted to, and B, it means that I've not bought too much that I've wasted money on it. If a product lasts in stock 3 years, I've made a mistake on that. If a product lasts in stock for a week, I've made a mistake on that. That's kind of like where we sit. So yeah, that's my view. What are you planning for the next blends of coffee? So at the moment, I'm looking at doing a single origin. That's probably going to be about 6 weeks away, and we will have a decaffeinated blend at some point called True Crime. So yeah. GMK Alpine Norda has entered the chat. Yeah, so I don't like to count child kits in that, because some child kits will never sell out. So the Alpine ones, there was a Blind Assassin set that we did, Night Runner, we've got Norda kits for that for days. I think we've still got some Blue Alert ones and some Olivia ones and whatever else. So yeah. What's the item that's been on your listing the longest? What's in stock right now that's been in stock the longest? Give me a second, I'll tell you. Probably I'm gonna guess it's the Sol 3 keyboards, which have just about sold out now. But like the reason I started PT years ago was because I wanted to make things available to people. So, and I think we've absolutely nailed that in some ways. Hold on, let me figure out what's the oldest in stock product. What's new in stock? We have Infinity Strawberry Lemonade child kits in stock. They've been in stock for probably 4 years now. Amalfi Dark Cyrillic kits as well. Nightshade Death Mats. They've been in stock a long time. Okay, so there's quite a few things that have been in stock a long time. Yeah, okay. I haven't even found the Sol 3s yet. Oh, the Sol 3 is like 30th on the list. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, interesting. So they're probably about 3 years old. I can't remember when we put Infinity Strawberry Lemonade in stock. I'm gonna guess that was 2021. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that was 2021. That's really, really old. I love JOG. I think I have 3 sets now. Dude, you have more sets than anyone else in the world. There you go. Do you and other UK vendors talk about what you're looking to stock and plan across the retailers? Not so much, no. Like if any other vendor ever has a question for me, I will always answer it. Like if they want to reach out and ask me, that's great. But like you've got to be careful with anti-competition laws in the UK. it would be illegal for me to agree with another vendor that they would stock A and I would stock B. That's anti-competitive, so you can't agree to not stock the same things. So yeah. But if any of the other vendors ever wants to reach out and ask me a question about stuff, my door is always open. I will always answer any question they ask, at all. Pretty sure Max is playing in R2 for high vis. I hope so. I really hope so. I only like ABS keycaps because of the sound. Type Plus is really good. I switch all my keyboards to it. Nice. Yeah, I like Type Plus as well. IFK Amalfi looks great. Dude, I hate to say this, but one of my favorite Rama artisans of all time was the Amalfi one. Is there a picture of it? It was like I can't find a picture of it now, but it was like a white keycap and it had like a red ring and a green ring in the center, and it looked really, really good in real life. I don't know if there's a picture of it on the website still, but if you can see that, that was a really cool keycap. I don't think we have it anymore. But yeah, ABS keycaps. Yeah, I mean, I personally tend to prefer ABS. But I do like MT New, which is PBT as well. So yeah. GMK High Vis with UK ISO and the non-bad font would be nice. I don't mind the Nui font. I think it's okay. I've got a few sets with it. I'm happy with it. If GMK High Vis runs again, I will talk to Max about doing a UK ISO kit. The issue is getting GMK to agree to do it at a low enough MOQ that it's affordable for us, because we did it with Evil Dolch, right? I bought out 150 UK ISO kits of GMK Evil Dolch, and we still probably have 90 left around in the workshop. It's ridiculous. The Amalfi keycaps look like Apple Watch fitness rings. Oh, maybe. Now you've said that, yeah, maybe it does. Oh, you found it on Switch Keys? You didn't look for it on Prototypist? But yeah, that's the art design. Yeah, nice. Using that UK ISO Evil Dolch kit right now. Nice. Yeah, we actually we didn't even sell enough Evil Dolch base kits to even match them up to do 1-to-1, and even if we had, I would have had to buy so many in the extras. It was just so far off. It was so far off. It really was. But hey, it is what it is. What key set won the vote? I missed the poll. What key set won? What are we actually using today on the board? Where's polls gone? Manage poll. View results. Fuji. Okay, we're putting Fuji on the board. Okay, nice. Are you going to the GMK meetup? Yes, I am going to the GMK meetup. I will be there with Mel from the PT team, so we'll both be there. I think we arrive on the Friday, and I think we leave on the Monday, I think. You spent 7k points on your Fuji. Nice. The only problem with Fuji is the pinks are wrong, but that's okay. I think, it does have split spacebar though. It does have split spacebar, so we can absolutely use that. Let's get the other space bar. So that was a good call. We'll use the pink enter, because why not? Wait, is that caps lock or shift? I can't remember. We'll go with that. Oh, maybe I should have used the white ones. I don't know. We'll stick with pink. It's fine. I don't think I need a full size. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, okay. Is that going to be... Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure I've got the correct layout here. Yes, okay. Right. We're going to go home keycap at the top here. Don't need F keys. Don't need F keys. Then we'll go page up. And then we'll do page down. We did do stepped caps. That is the caps lock key. I don't know why I put that there. Oh, I forgot that it had the Sakura enter. It's really nice. It's should really grab the edition kit for Fuji someday. Yeah, I don't know if we still have that or not. I'm going to use all R1 keys here if I can. Just to try and give some separation to it while typing. Okay, we've got 1.5U keys there as well. I thought they were 1.25s, but that's fine. We can accommodate that. I don't know if this has got 2 B's in it actually. We'll have to be careful. Don't think we need that. Do you know what? I'm going to change this slightly. I'm going to put print, then page up, then page down, and then have an FN key at the bottom. I am slightly worried that this has got Mac. In fact, that's the wrong key, so it's not there at all. Okay. That it's got Mac because I think Tom, who designed this, had a bit of a different idea about how he wanted to do UK. So I think he wanted to do it the Mac way rather than the standardized way. I remember doing Wasabi on a board and realizing I didn't have the second B. So sad. Yeah. We do have a second B in here, but it's the non-sub-legend version. Let's put it there for now as a placeholder. See if we have another B with the legend on it. Yes, had to think that. I'm going to put sys there because I like the sys key. In fact, actually, no, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to put the FN in there, actually. Okay, apparently I do not have a keycap puller to hand, which is incredibly unlike me. Let's see if I can use a stabilizer wire. Don't try this at home, kids. Yeah, don't try this at home. There we go. A little bit of surgery. Yeah, we will put FN there, and we'll put sys here. Yeah, okay. Let's do it that way. Yeah. It does have Mac ISO. You'll have the tilde key on R4. Okay, yeah. So is that the right key for that? It felt like it was the wrong profile. It feels like the wrong profile. Maybe it just looks it. No, it's the correct profile. It just looks wrong. Like from this angle, I'm just looking at it. It just doesn't look right, but it is correct profile. I don't need any of this. I'm hoping we have a 1U page down key. An R1 page down key. We do, there it is. And then I'm just going to put delete at the bottom. Okay. Right, we just need a control key for the bottom row and another sys key. Not going to be control, nope. This is where I find that I've put the other ones there. There we go, we're good. Right, now I just need the 1U sys key. There it is. Cool. Okay, we can now concentrate on the rest of the board. Okay. We do have the other B. That's good to know. So if you have this keycap set, it does have the other B. Oh, we need a modifier for here. Let's we're gonna put that. I'll come back to that in a second. Let's I don't know what I want to put there actually. I guess I'd have that as an FN key. Oh, we do have the R4 pipe key. Right, let's do some more keyboard surgery here that we shouldn't really do. Don't try this at home, kids. This is a surefire way to ruin your keycaps. Is that the right profile? Do you know what? That's the wrong profile. I had it right before. What am I doing? That's the... This is where I look up at chat and you guys already told me that this is the way around it's supposed to be. Right, there we go. Okay, fixed. Do you know what? Let's put a pink key there. There we go. The board is complete. Second B spotted? Yeah. I'll find a keycap holder and change it off stream. I'm just going to put that to one side. I don't know Fuji and Villanelle with Mac ISO extended. Yeah, same designer. Tom's the designer for both. Do you usually do Control Sys Alt on the right side in the order? No. No, that's just me being tired and being at work for 8 hours already. No. Let's just pretend that those two are the other way around. So let's just pretend it's labeled correctly. I think that actually works quite well. The pink's a little bit off, but if I put the grey modifiers there and the white space bars, I think that would work really, really nicely. What do you guys think? This is POM plate. Now you want an ISO plate for your Boomerang? You can order one Topo, but it's like 20 quid or something. Yeah, right control and not the wrong area. Yeah. Yeah, no, the row profile is correct. Like this is R4. Like that's correct. And this was the R3 key. So you can see here, look, it's correct profile. So yeah. You like the pink board for it? Yeah. It looks good. Should we see how it sounds? Let's pause the music. Let us not speak of things I've used as a keycap holder. Got any nails? Ooh. Ooh. Clacky. Sounds so good. These switches are great. These are so good. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have KBM Fairy, but I do have Patisserie. These sound so good. Can you see how bouncy this is though? Look at that. Look how much movement there is in that. And like it happens on, look how much movement there is. Like there's just a ton of movement. I think I'm going to change the plate in this and just get rid of those flex cuts and just make it a little bit more secure. Mr. Reed, I know you have one of these, and I've already cut you upon plate that's the same as this. If you want me to get rid of those flex cuts, please drop me a message overnight, and I'll cut you another plate tomorrow. So yeah, it doesn't sound like it's shutting out. Let's it doesn't feel like it. Let's get switch hitter back up. Okay, so how switch hitter works, if you haven't seen it before, is when I press a key, you'll see it flashes up green. If we get a short, it will go red. I can't make it short out. Yeah, I can't make it short out. So yeah, it must just be enough space. But yeah, it's a pretty good board. I really, really enjoy it. Already, I really like it. Let's put the music back on. You could do a 10-hour YouTube vid if you're just tapping away like that. Oh, I'd do like a 5-minute vid and then loop it, right? That'd be the smart play. I do not have time to make a 10-hour video. I wish I did. Yeah, it's definitely not touching the bottom, but it is very bouncy. Like even just typing here, there is a lot of movement over here that probably doesn't show. Let me zoom in and see if I can show you this. So like if I type here, watch this row. I don't know if you can see how much that's moving. Try and put it on an angle. You can see the keys popping up and down, and that's just a light type. If I do like a full type, you can see. Yeah. I mean, these switches, you just fall off because you're already in the bump, in the tactile bump. Like they just drop, and they're like a tactile linear almost, because it's such a smooth. You're in the middle of the bump to start with. You're already like on the cusp of dropping over the hump. So as soon as you touch the key, it just drops. Yeah, they're fantastic. I really like these switches. I'm looking forward to getting more in stock, but this looks phenomenal. I might try patisserie on it. As Jelly said, that might be a really, really good idea. So yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's it for the stream, guys. Unless you guys have got any last questions, that is the Boomerang built. You need to get that batch you have for other boards. Yeah, like we'll have them in stock. I don't know when. I'll chase it when we're going to get them in stock, but they are on order. So yeah. The nom kit on the macro column would look dope. Maybe we could do that. We could do that. Don't leave us. I'm not leaving you. I just have to go home and get some sleep. Like, I've got to be back here at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 10:30 now. Like, by the time I've locked up and shut here, it'll be 11 o'clock. And then it'll be 11:15 when I get home. And then by the time I've unwound and had a shower and everything else, it's going to be like 1 a.m., right? So I need to get home. But thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate every single one of you more than I could ever tell you. So thank you very much for watching. Come check us out on Discord, on Instagram. I post stuff on Instagram daily about what we're doing. So if you want to have a look at that, please do take a look. Topapa, I got the sandblasted weight. We only have the sandblasted and the patina back in stock, but there are some available. Yeah, come check us out on Discord. Come watch the stories on Instagram. I'll be back, hopefully. Oh, coffee mornings, before I forget. From this Thursday, we're going to do coffee mornings. Every Thursday, from 9:30 till 12, we're going to be open here at PTHQ for a coffee morning. If you are free and you want to swing by, we're going to have this plastered on the website this week and on the Discord. But yeah, every Thursday from now on going forwards, we'll be open for PT coffee mornings every Thursday. If you want to pop along, don't need an appointment. Between 9:30 and 12 o'clock, you can come in, free coffee. You don't have to buy anything. You can try stuff out. I'll talk keyboards with you for a couple of hours. There'll just be me here and whoever else turns up on the coffee mornings every week going on. So if you want to turn up, feel free. Cool. Right, I'm going to head out now. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate every last one of you. And go and check out the Good Keyboard Friend podcast as well, because the next episode's going to be really terrible and you'll be able to laugh at me on it because I'm going to absolutely ruin it for them. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. I love you all. Bye-bye.